The Lex Talionis Fraternitas, Sodalitas Ducum Futurorum, was founded on September 28, 1969 in San Beda College of Law, Manila by a small group of outstanding law students. They are the Lions Batch and the first charter and founding members of the fraternity. The founding members elected a set of leaders who are known as the Troika. They are Jose Bambit Mendoza, Miguel Mike Soriano, and Rizal Saling Guerrero. The second set of Troika, who succeeded the first, was Jose Mendoza, Francisco Nick Acosta, and Arthur Art Amansek. Each member of the Troika is conferred a title of Grand Judex. The fraternity later on abolished the Troika system and replaced it with a single Grand Judex. Thus, Francisco Nick Acosta was elected as the first single Grand Judex of Lex Talionis Fraternitas. And since then, the tradition of electing a single Grand Judex is observed and carried on. Lex Talionis is Latin for law of retaliation, and it is derived from the old Mosaic law, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Sodalitas Ducum Futurorum is Latin for solidarity of future leaders. Although the name would suggest barbarism and notorious law of ancient times, the founding fathers of the fraternity had a different vision and more humane connotation. The objective at that time was to form a brotherhood that would help and support each other in their educational, material, physical, and moral needs. That when a resident brother loses a book or a pen and he has nowhere else to go, the fraternity should always be there to help. That when a brother Talion suffers a misfortune of any kind, it shall be a must for the fraternity to unite and help pool resources to help the brother Talion rise above the odds. That when the fraternity gets a chance to help and give something back to the community and the people in need, it will always be there to extend a helping hand. Remarkable as it is, the Lex Talionis Fraternitas already produced quite a number of bar top-notchers and excellent lawyers. Its distinguished members likewise hold key positions in the government. These achievements over the years prove that the fraternity had gone a long way from its humble beginnings 50 years ago. Following the tradition of getting exclusively only the best and the brightest students of San Beda College of Law, the Lex Talionis Fraternity invited then the young man from Mindanao named Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Rodrigo hails from Davao City, and just like as every member, he carries with him the traits and courage of a true-blooded Talion, fighting for what is right and disposing what is not. He slowly inched his way through the vigorous calling of the law school, and by the grace of our Almighty God, he became a lawyer. After finishing his law studies, Attorney Duterte came back to Davao City and served as a public prosecutor. Then, in 1974, he and his fellow brethren, Joel Babista and Alberto Sipaco Jr., established the Davao chapter of the Lex Talionis Fraternity in the roots of Ateneo de Davao. The three would later be known as the Triumvirate. All told and done, Attorney Rodrigo Roa Duterte would later make a name of his own in Mindanao. He became a vice mayor, a mayor, and a congressman of Davao City for over 22 years. He would later transform his Davao City from being a dreaded city into a world-class haven that everyone admires. He would put his life and honor before anything else and would serve Davao City with all his heart and might. He would be an inspiration not only to the people of Davao, but also to the whole country, and he would later on change the course of our